Do you know that the world is running out of burial spaces?
All over the world, families are struggling to survive this catastrophic event. Deaths, illnesses, and economic losses have been its most devastating effects. Our beloved city has not been spared, as all of its services to its citizens, especially during this time of pandemic. Our Quezon City government is offering free burial and cremation services for pandemic cases and to its constituents. In its Facebook feed, the city government said it is ready to help those who might be needing free burial and cremation services. During these most trying times, this public service offered by our city government is most helpful. In fact, the city government has asked both private and public hospitals within its jurisdiction to follow the localized guidelines on the cremation of dead COVID-19 patients. According to our good mayor, Mayor Joy Belmonte, health centers should comply with the national government's standards, which require hospitals to cremate the body of a COVID-19 patient within 12 hours after death. There are 14 national government hospitals in the city, some of which have been designated by the Department of Health as referral hospitals for possible COVID-19 cases. Quezon City also has several large private hospitals. After receiving the report from the hospital point person, the City Social Welfare and Development Department will determine if the deceased will be referred to the Bison Crematorium if indigent or to funeral service providers accredited by the city. Our city has one of the highest COVID-19 cases nationwide.
Christopher Goods, a professor of urban and regional planning from Florida State University said, and I quote, "The resources that goes into the ground every year associated with typical cemetery burial translate into enough wood to frame 2,000 single-family homes, sufficient steel to erect almost 15 Eiffel Towers, nearly 4 times as much concrete as was used to build the Pentagon, and the volume of embalming fluid that would overflow an Olympic swimming pool."
Research estimates every year the country needs an area of about 1.15 million square meters, nearly thrice the size of the South Park, to bury its dead in underground niches. But only 42,439 square meters, or one-tenth of the size of the famous Manila landmark, is needed if those who died were cremated and inurned instead. This computation does not factor in alternatives such as interment in mausoleums and above-ground entombment, both of which take up more space than underground niches. In reality, however, many cemeteries across the country have apartment-style niches stacked on top of each other, and in others, pathways are inadvertently, if not inappropriately, converted into additional burial plots, all due to the lack of open space on which to dig or build new niches. While local governments explore options on how to maximize what little cemetery space they have, private companies fill in the gap. One engineer, Annabelle Narce of SLURBNCR, said most of the applications for license to sell units in the Memorial Park or Columbarium, non-residential category in Metro Manila, are columbarium applications. Many of the Memorial Park applications are for provincial locations. Columbarium applications are preferred in Metro Manila because there is no more space here, Marcy said. In large city areas, the columbarium setting works because it accommodates more of the dead even as it takes up less space. A columbarium can have many niches on top of each other, which with each niche capable of storing more than one urn. There are two main reasons why a cremation and the need for a columbarium is essential. One, people are now more accepting and open to the idea of a cremation. Hindi na kagaya nung araw na ang mga tao, they parang look down, they abhor cremation. Pero ngayon, even the Catholic Church permits cremation. The study was made with the Pasay City Public Cemetery and Crematorium, where there are usually 5 to 6 cremations a day, while traditional burials are only around 3 to 5 a day. Mas marami ang cremation ngayon because that's the change of time. According to Chris Wasson of the Pasay City LGU, siguro dahil congested na rin yung place, mas prefer nila na cremation na lang. Less space occupied at minsan, preference o bilid na rin ng patay. Kuminsan yung mismong namamatay ang nagsasabi, humihilig sa pamilya, na i-cremate na lang sila pag sila ay pumanaw na. Ang Valenzuela, the developer with the most number of license to sell memorial part columbarium units based on SLURB's website, handles both burials and inurnments. Yun ang tawag po, inurnment. They offer columbarium trips starting at $71,870. The cremation service cost $20,000 plus inurnment service cost of $1,500. They sell funeral urns from $3,000 up. Pag kayo nagtanong sa De La Estrada, dito sa Prestige, ang cost ng columbarium po ay 100,000 plus. At marami na dyan na wala ng space. So wala nang mabili. Never in my wildest dreams have I thought that a catastrophe this huge, with consequences so dire and devastating, will happen in our lifetime. Millions of families worldwide have been affected. Responsibility to ensure that our constituents are provided with utmost care and adequate assistance. And I humbly appeal for the construction of a public columbarium in our Quezon City. Thank you, fellow councilors, friends.
Yung Baisak Cemetery. Hindi siya siguro mahigit sa hektarya rin almost a hectare. Na traditionally nilibing ng mga tagapasok sa mo, daan, and so on. Isa niya pati outside Quezon City, Valenzuela,
Kasi maakin yung lagi na.
And yun mo ay kinumbert natin ng Columbarium care. Thank you. Our Mayor Joe. In this pandemic, nagagamit na libre. Yan lang po. Ang problema ay they have to wait 7 days or 2 weeks almost para makulit sa dami ng pila. Now, ang sa akin regarding sa columbarium ay from the traditional na ito nga ho, inauso na yung apartment. Kung siya nakita ko, sabi nga ng ating good speaker, sa dami na ho ngayon, na-accepted na rin naman kahit sa simbahan niya yung cremation, ina-accept na ngayon yung simbahan. Now, ibig sabihin, siguro, kung mahahalin pa natin, napakaganda ng perspective nito na may isa, cemetery na para dito isang Holy Cross, isang mini park, no, na may maka-design, at nakita ko yan, pinakita sa akin ng design na kami mga taga rito ko yung sana ho, ihabol natin na before maubos ito doon sa apartment type. Di ba? Ay, magkagin na tayo kung ano ang proposal natin ng speaker na Columbarium. Napakarami po may lalakay. And also for the information of everyone. Kasi nga ho, okay, libre panibing, meron tayo. Di ba? O, at cremation, tinatanong tayo. Actually, hindi ka pagkakita na informasyon. Ang pinakamura ho nung nakuha namin, nakuha ko, nililipyan ko sa Nakanyers. Kasing Teresa sa city. Yung rate 12,500. Meron yung iba na 13,000, pero wala na ngayon. Alam niyo ba kung magkano na ho ngayon? Nanangakay nagre-repair ngayon eh, 28,000 na. Yung 12,500 eh, 28,000 na. Kaya na yun. Oh, hindi namin maka-afford yung mga mahihirap natin mga residente ng Quezon City. Yan ay para for the information of our Francis. Kaya ho sa akin ay isa yan siguro to the health and of course sa pinigit ng atin. Thank you very much. Ay sabihin mo natin sana ho may pag-usap natin na tuloy na yung development ng barangays ng Baisa Cemetery at sasadla ko sa Talipapayan, sa Nagdaan, Balumbato, Baisa, Apolonio, Tandansora, Kulyat, Pasong Tamo, di ba? As far as Bulod, lahat, bagay Bulod, may Lubaligi Cemetery, no? Ay napakaganda ho na may convert natin din yan. Yung apartment type ay marigdagan natin maging Columbarium.
Well, this yung Columbarium. So we're si Mayor is just choosing kung anong plan, but there are three different plans. So yung Paisa, yung side nun will be done, gagawin ko Columbarium na for your information. Then susunod would be part of the bagbag. Hindi na apartment type. They will also construct Columbarium para sa constituent natin. And then we'll be adding more crematoriums sa Payatas naman po. That's it. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you. Crematorium near the proposed Quezon City Jail. Nagkaroon na ng konting hitch doon dahil they need to fully explain it to the people within the vicinity. Dahil alam naman natin, pag sinabing sinugan, nakala nila masama. So, I think that's one of the major reasons kaya medyo na-delay. And then, of course, prior to this speech of the Honorable Tito George, with regards to sa bayad at pinremain, dapat pag yung may accreditation sa atin, yung 25,000 libre ang pa-cremate kasama sa package yan. So kung yung sinasabi natin, ang hindi lang babayaran ng city pag privately owned yung cremation, tsaka hindi kasama doon sa accredited natin. So Tito George, dapat yan, kung yung bonita accredited sa atin, dapat yung 20,000-25,000 kasama sa package po yung pag-cremate. Yun lang po, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you very much.